Right now, Wall Street is quietly preparing a mechanical trap for your portfolio. And it all centers around a math problem that nobody is talking about. On June 12th, the SpaceX IPO pulls $75 billion out of the system, and Anthropic is right behind it. To buy those shiny new listings, institutional funds don't magically find the cash. They have to sell what they already own. That means the big tech names sitting in your account right now are the targets. Here's the exact timelines of when this trap snaps shut and exactly where you need to move your capital before it happens. Let me be clear about something up front, because this is where most doom content gets it wrong. The AI companies are not fake. Nvidia is real, Broadcom is real, Anthropic expects its first profitable quarter during this month. These are real businesses making real money. They're not the problem. The problem is the plumbing. $1 trillion valuation is just paper. It only becomes real when someone sells a share and a different someone hands over the cash. As long as nobody is selling in size, the paper valuation holds, no problem. But the moment insiders need actual dollars, and an IPO is the single biggest we need actual dollars event there is, you discover whether the buyers were there in the first place. SpaceX alone is raising $75 billion. Add to this the underwriting option, and we're talking $86 billion. Add Anthropic this fall, and you're looking at north of $150 billion in fresh equity that the market has to fund. Now, Wall Street doesn't keep that kind of money lying around. To buy the new shiny thing, they need to sell what? The old shiny thing. And the old shiny thing is the AI trade you're already holding, the Microsoft, the Nvidia, the proxies. So capital rotates out of the leaders to fund the new shiny objects. And that's not a theory. That's just how the book gets balanced. And here's the thing. The market already gave us a live preview this week. For example, Broadcom reported, and I want you to actually hear the numbers. Revenues up 48%. AI chip sales up 143%. They beat on earnings, they beat on revenues, and they beat on total guidance for next quarter. And yet, the stock swung down 14% intraday. Why? One line. AI chip guidance came in at 16 billion versus the 17.2 the street wanted. That's it. One soft number inside an otherwise flawless quarter, and the stock got taken to the woodshed. That is the entire late cycle psychology in one chart. When a stock is priced for perfection, perfection isn't good enough anymore. It is the minimum, and anything short of it is an exit signal. The market stops paying you for good news, and it starts hunting for reasons to sell. When the best names start dropping on great earnings, you are not early in the cycle, you're late. And late is exactly when massive liquidity events do most of the damage. Now, normally, here's what the bulls say. Relax, the Fed will save it. Cut rates, print money, backdrop the dip. That's the reflex that has worked for 15 years. I don't think that the safety net is there this time for two reasons. One, inflation is still warm. Strong jobs, sticky factory data. A Fed that's worried about prices is a Fed that can't aggressively cut into a falling market without making the inflation problem worse. The put isn't gone, but the strike price is a lot lower than people assume. Two, oil. The Strait of Hormuz moves a fifth of the world's crude. A serious disruption there, and you don't get $50 oil. You get a spike towards $150. And spiking oil is a tax on everything. Every business, every consumer, all at once. Go look at the chart. A crude spike has front-run them near every major market downturn of the last 50 years. Hot inflation plus energy shock is the one combination that the Fed genuinely cannot paper over. But here's where it all converges. And I want to be precise because the timing is the whole argument. The IPO doesn't crash the market on day one. Insiders are locked up. They legally cannot sell for months. So the IPO drains cash on the way in, but the real selling pressure, the flood, comes when those lockups expire. Run the clock. SpaceX lists in June, Anthropic in the fall. Standard lockups run 6 months. That puts the massive unlock wave landing in late 2026 into early 2027. Now, look at what else is sitting in the window. The midterm elections. A near certain divided house. Policy gridlock. Debt ceiling theater. Maximum political uncertainty. Exactly when the market wants stability the most. So you stack it. Hundreds of billions in insider stock becoming sellable into a market already rotating, already late cycle, already dropping on good news, right as Washington seizes up. Late 2026 into early 2027 is the danger zone. Now, and this is the part the doom channels never give you. A correction is not the enemy. A correction is an opportunity. It's when quality goes on sale. But here's the edge most people miss. When index funds are legally mandated to rebalance and sell down the NASDAQ 100 to fund a massive new entry, the crowded trade gets crushed. That's why we need to look outside the gates. True microcap, high conviction, founder-led technology and industrial platforms like, for example, Aduro Clean Technologies aren't in that line of fire. They aren't held by the mega ETFs that are about to face structural selling pressure. Their value is driven purely by their own milestones, their commercial scale-ups, their permits, and their proprietary chemistry. When the crowd is running for the exits in the mega caps, the alpha lives in the uncrowded, idiosyncratic small cap space. So let's settle this in the comments. The hype for SpaceX and Anthropic listings is going to be deafening. But knowing that Wall Street is using retail, it's using you as an exit liquidity for these massive valuations, what's your move? Are you planning to buy into the SpaceX or Anthropic IPO hype on day one? Or are you going to go and hunt for isometric value in the uncrowded small cap space instead? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.